Right, so kind of been MIA for a while. Weather in New York was not cooperating when I got parts in. And then, second of all, some medical issues came up, so I wasn't and still am not really able to do any work. And the weather's getting bad again anyway, so that's kind of whatever. Figured I'd at least throw out an update as to what has been going on with the truck, what I got planned for it coming soon. So we'll start with what has been done. Recently replaced all the spark plugs. I got a video on that in the works right now. The clips are all kind of out of order and stuff, so that's been a mess to try and get together a video, but that one's on the way. Along with the plugs, I also got a tuner for the truck. Probably end up putting a video out about that at some point, and how much farther I'm gonna go with custom tuning and all that stuff, I'm not sure yet. So plugs and a tune are the only two things I have done currently since the last video I done. As far as other things I got to get done, you can probably see a couple things laying around, but I got a list to go through. So got important things to go over. My brakes are at like 2 30 seconds on the rear, and they're really deeply scored and stuff. So that's a priority. Oil changes due. Need new front axles. When those got put in last time by the dealership I took them to, they did it wrong. So the boots got tore up and the joints are all messed up now because it went through winter like that. So at some point gonna put new axles in it. I have alignment here. It doesn't currently need one, but I do run big wheel spacers, so when I do put on my mud drains, then I will be changing up the toe a little bit. I don't know yet if I'm going to just do that in the driveway or if I'm going to actually take it somewhere to get it done so it's accurate. We'll see. And also there's rust and some weathered trim and stuff that I got to get all taken care of for before I move on to some of that stuff. New York winter, hit and kind of wrecked some stuff. So those are kind of like the priority things to get done. All those kind of gotta get done first, or they should get done first. We'll see if that actually happens. Not sure what I'm gonna do as far as videos for those, whether or not I'm gonna just bunch them all up or do individual stuff. We'll see. Secondarily, here's the list. You can see on my box there, I do have a E fan or V6 fan to put on. Have yet to do that. Tried a couple times. It's been real stubborn, and them weather and all that stuff wasn't cooperating. So still got to put the fan on. Intake, air cleaner, whatever you want to call it. Still working on something there. It's gonna be some hack custom deal, like the rest of my truck is. You see there, possibly put velocity stacks on. I did get a second hood. It was a dent and scratch. It was a good deal, so I figured I'd buy it so I could mess with it some. So I'm not sure if I want to just do a big cowl or if I want to do velocity stacks or something else. We'll see when we get there. Right now, kind of just figuring out what makes the most sense. At some point, going to be vinyl wrapping the truck. That kind of ties into there. I got to take care of some of the rust and all that before I can wrap the truck. And if the rust repair doesn't go completely to plan, main spots I can cover up with flares, so that's not a huge deal. Bumper has been, in the works for the past, since I took the bumper off, which was at least a year ago, I'd say. Maybe, probably more than that. Anyway, still trying to figure out what I want to do for that. Don't really like what's out there available, so trying to find some place I can pick up some decent steel, stick something together for that I like. Mirrors, considering to get some moose mirrors for the truck because can't have a big loud truck without moose mirrors, I guess. And I guess last thing would be getting a catch can. Well, actually I have a catch can, I just have yet to put it in. So right now that's kind of secondary stuff. We'll see which ones of these get done first or not. Probably gonna do some of these, some of those, back and forth or whatever. Something I just added that I forgot to add before, kind of ties into regular brakes. I started working on some sort of drift brake setup or whatever. Had to pause on that because I obviously found out I needed new brakes, and while I was going to work on this, some of the e-brake stuff was seized up, and I couldn't really get the rotor off without, banging on it with a big hammer. So figured I'd wait on finishing up the drift brake until I actually was able to have the parts I needed to actually be able to do the regular brakes, because I can't really have a truck without brakes, unfortunately. Anyway, I guess this is a fairly decent sized list. There's definitely more that isn't coming to mind right now that I have to write down, but this is the majority of the stuff that I was planning on getting done soon-ish. Some of these probably will start making videos on soon, working on that. Hopefully I'll be able to turn some out. I would have liked to with the time I had to take off work, but of course, medical stuff was not allowing me to. Kind of was just stuck in bed, still not feeling the greatest, so probably going to be doing more waiting on all this stuff, but figured I at least let you know what was going on. So there you go.